So, for the past month, I've been trying to sit down and figure out a way to say the things that I want to say to all of you guys and have a hard time portraying to you guys, and it's scary for me to tell 100,000 people something this personal. But yet, I really want to, and I've thought over the past month, how can I make this artsy, how can I make this special and beautiful so that it can seem real and amazing, but maybe I don't have to. And here I am, sitting in a hotel room in Chicago, a big city, after a weekend with friends that I met through this gift that you gave me, meeting you guys, spending time with people who care about and love me. And a year ago today, a depressed, anxious, lost kid made a video called My Name is Chris Oflyng. On the surface, it was just my first video on this channel introducing myself to you guys. But underneath my straightened hair and silly editing and completely thought out and scripted thoughts was something much more. It was a kid who was completely lost, depressed, anxious, really screwed up. The decisions that I made as a person led me down a very dangerous path where I became someone who I never wanted or thought I would be. From the age of 7 to 17, I had been taking anti-anxiety and depression medicine for my issues. At the point in my life where I made my first video, My Name is Chris Oflyng, I was really anxious. I had just gone through the biggest relationship I had ever gone through in my entire life. I loved this person more than I thought I could ever love anyone, and somehow, despite it being the most personal and loving relationship, it was also abusive in a lot of ways. Not physically abusive, but emotionally. The mindsets that we were in and the anxiety that we caused each other was really stupid. One day, it just hit me. I need to break up with this girl. I cannot be with this person anymore. So despite everything in my heart telling me to stay with her, I broke up with her, and it was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. After this, I expected to live normally, but my life was still filled with a lot of things, including more anxiety than I had ever experienced up until this point in my life. I was going to the doctor constantly, asking for new medications, new things to solve me, going to therapy every single week, trying to fill this gap in my heart that was now filled with pure fear and the feeling of wanting to vomit constantly from not just heartbreak, but also fear of what I was gonna do with myself now that the only thing in my life, the only friend I had, and the girl that I loved more than anyone else was stripped away from me by myself. At this point, I decided to start YouTube, and I made this video. And in this video was a kid who was trying so hard to be happy and to be funny and to be himself. All of my life, I thought that it wasn't okay to be Chris Oflyng. It wasn't okay to be this crazy, weird kid who wanted to do stupid stuff and cover himself in lipstick and go out in public and just be dumb. But I did it. Over this past year, I have overcome so much. For one of the first times in my life, I have stopped completely taking anxiety medication. I have gone on an airplane alone. My biggest fear in life was always to fly, and I did that, and then I did it alone. I've come farther than I ever thought I would, and it's all thanks to you guys. I can fly across the United States to meet people who love and support me, you guys, my freaking family. And I came to this place from being depressed, anxious, feeling constantly alone, like I couldn't be myself. When I hit 100,000 subscribers this year, I was amazed, because this goal, this thing, reaching 100K was something that I always wanted to do. And thanks to you guys, I did it. And like, thank you. Thank you so much. I have overcome all of these things, and I'm so proud of myself for it. Just, yes. And I want you guys to know that I'm here for you for anything you go through, for all your pains, your anxieties, your depressions, because these things, your fears and your sadnesses don't have to be who you are. You don't have to be those things. You are stronger and better than they ever could be. You freaking own them. And I say that from firsthand experience because you guys taught me that. But I wanted to make this video to say not only thank you, but this is where I come from. So let's raise an empty hotel cup to us, to fighting depression and anxiety, to saying no to being normal, and every single one of you 100,000 plus people. I freaking love you guys. That was cheesy.